Hey friends, makers, woodworkers, artists, craftspeople. I know that these are challenging times that we're all facing right now with the pandemic, the way it's affecting us personally, the way it's affecting our businesses. And so I really wanted to talk to you guys about creativity and how we can take the creativity that we apply to our art, to our craft, and use that same creativity to apply to overcoming the obstacles that we're facing right now in the crisis. And so I want to do a series of videos about creativity and overcoming the obstacles that we're facing. And the first one that I wanted to do today is talking about the possibility, believing in the possibility. And so we need to believe in the possibility that there is a way through this obstacle, this crisis that we're facing right now. This is the first step in sort of unlocking the creativity that we have to come up with solutions to the problems that we're facing. And the reason we need that, I know that this can sound kind of, if we talk about belief and that sort of thing, it can sound a little bit woo-woo. It can sort of sound like the secret, oh, if I just believe it'll happen. And that's not what I'm talking about here today. But belief really is the very first step that we need to take in order to start to solve these problems. Think of it this way. Imagine the room that you're in right now is where you're at in your business, and you're stuck in it. There's no way out. And so the door that leads out of your room, you can't see it right now because you don't believe in the possibility that there's a way out. It's as if that door is locked. It's welded shut. It's been bricked over and plastered over, and you can't even see that it exists. That's the position that we're in when we don't believe in the possibility. And so, maybe there isn't a way through your obstacle right now. But if there is a way through, you have to first believe in that possibility in order to even start looking for it. And that's what really our creativity is looking for those ways, looking for those opportunities, looking for the path. So this is the first step. And so I want to talk about 3 ways that we can start to foster this belief in the possibility today. If we're in a position where we just don't see a way out of this, then this is the first step. And so the first thing that I want to talk about is that we need to make a choice. This is the first step. Choose to believe that there is a possibility that there's a pathway through the obstacle that we're facing right now. Maybe there isn't a pathway, but if there is, we have to make that choice. So this is the first thing I recommend. Make a choice to believe that maybe, just maybe, there's a way through this. Now, if you're not quite able to get to that point yet, then the second step that I recommend here is to look for examples of. So this is going to expand your thinking, right? If you see other examples of other businesses who are facing similar obstacles, similar challenges, and they're finding a way through, it kind of begins to expand our mind to think, oh, maybe there's a possibility that I can find a way through too. Now, I do want to recommend some caution, because when you're looking for stories right now, you're going to find that the media is focusing on a lot of negative stories, and that's what sells news. So it is what it is. So I just encourage you to be a little bit careful with that. Let me give you one example right now that might help. So as we all know, the restaurant business is probably one of the hardest hit businesses out there right now. And so Kylie Wood, who's the owner of BKA Vegan, was in the same boat as all the other restaurant owners, wondering how she's going to keep her business. And she decides to pivot her business to be able to start accepting online orders. She doesn't have online ordering capabilities, and so she hustles hard to get it set up so that she can start to accept these online orders. And she changes the business processes that she has to be able to allow this, and she promotes it so that people know that she does this. And in the first 24 hours that she makes this shift, she gets 59 orders, some of them pre-orders for future days, and it nets her $1,087 in sales. So there's somebody in a really difficult business right now who has found a way to make this work and get through the obstacles. So if Kylie can do it, maybe, just maybe, you can do it too. And all of us. The third thing that I would recommend to help foster the belief in the possibility is to remember. So go back through your life and remember all the brutally hard obstacles that you faced, both personally and in your business, over the years that you have overcome. David Goggins calls this the cookie jar. He also has a much more explicit name for it, but I'm not going to go into that. If think about these things that you've overcome in the past in your life, and if you could overcome them, and now you've grown more beyond that, you've become wiser, you have more experience, maybe you even have some more resources at your disposal. So if you could overcome those obstacles, maybe, just maybe, you can overcome this obstacle too. So there's 3 things that I'm going to recommend to start to kind of help you to believe in the possibility that you can overcome this. And that is to choose to believe. The second is to look for examples. And the third is to remember. So I hope you guys are able to stay healthy and safe through this time. And I encourage you to start thinking about the possibilities for overcoming this challenge. If this would be helpful for someone you know, I would love it if you would share it with them. I also really appreciate it if you would message me or leave a comment about ways that you are pivoting your business right now to face this challenge. And if there's anything that I can do, please hit me up in the direct messages. And until next time, keep on making stuff.